What's up, guys? Tori Kravitz here for Knotfest with Tyler from Afterlife. How's it going?
It's going great. It's very hot.
I mean, you're in Florida and you're wearing a hoodie, so that's actually your fault.
Yeah. Hey, I take full responsibility for this costume malfunction, but we'll make it through it.
Yeah. Little by little, we're powering through the day.
Absolutely.
But you're from Florida, so you're used to this.
It's honestly nice to be back in Florida, and lately the weather on this tour has been kind of like wishy-washy. It'll be rainy, it'll be cold, but being here now, I like summertime, so it feels good to be back.
Yeah, it is summer. It's summer year-round. We just have hot summer and cold summer. That's the Florida season. And so what brought you back to the Sunshine State is this tour with Cane Hill that you're on right now with VCTMS and Moodring. Quite the lineup. And I know that what I think is really cool that Elijah was also just talking about is that every band on this lineup, although they're all considered metal, they're all bringing something very different to the genre. So when it comes to Afterlife, what do you think you all are contributing to the metal genre that just hasn't been done before?
What I really think is special about our band is how we like to infuse electronics. We like to infuse like the rapping and the screaming and the singing. And I know there's a lot of bands out there that do that as well. But I think the way we do it is special and it's different. And I urge a lot of people to come see the band live because I feel like the band is represented differently live as opposed to how it is on CD. So
yeah. And so speaking of live as well, this is the first tour back since was it 2019 your last tour or 2020?
I think our last official tour was in 2019, but in 2021 and 2022 we've done festival appearances, we've done Shiprocked.
That's true.
So first official tour back. Yeah.
The first full tour.
Yeah.
So how has your mindset been different as you were preparing and embarking on this tour versus, I mean, pre-pandemic really? Because I mean, it's been a long time coming for this moment.
What I've noticed pre-pandemic was, you know, I shook a lot of hands, I hugged a lot of people, you know, what seemed to be normal at that time. But now I'm very cautious, not only due to COVID, but I'm cautious just about general sickness. I have like hand sanitizer stocked, I have wipes. Basically, I clean everything more now. I guess I'm just more aware of sick people.
Yes.
Which is nothing wrong with it, it happens, but it's one of those things that like I think I'm just more cautious about my surroundings on tour now.
Yeah, we've all learned a lot about cleanliness in these last couple of years. Also, on this tour, it's the first time that you've really been able to perform the songs from Part of Me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fully, like, on a tour. So how has it been different, just your perspective of these songs now? Because to me, they're just built for the live experience.
It's exciting to see everyone sing these songs, because, you know, when I was writing these songs, all I ever wanted to do was play them live and tour them and you know, do everything that we've been doing. And unfortunately the record came out during the pandemic, so we didn't have that opportunity. But now playing them live, seeing that, you know, these are actually good songs and they go over well live and the fans love them, it's a good rewarding feeling to see.
Yeah, like, because when you're releasing an album but you don't have that immediate feedback of seeing live, you're like, what do people think of this?
Yeah,
you know, you have social media, but that only shows you so much. Yeah, 100%. And speaking of the fans as well, you're doing VIPs on this tour, and it's the first time you've ever done like a VIP experience. What has that been like, and what has been the most memorable moment?
It's been awesome because, you know, as direct support to Cane Hill, we wanted to do something that was like a little more exciting than just coming to see the band live. So we came up with the idea of doing VIP, and it's now sold out in 13 cities out of 24 cities, so almost half the entire tour. And it's a really good feeling because we've never done it before, so it's exciting to see people going that extra mile for the band. And I think the coolest thing about the VIPs every day is getting to know them on like a personal level. Like, these are like the die-hard fans, and getting to know them and talk to them about how the songs make them feel. It just feels good. It's good getting back to this.
Yeah, I mean, especially because those songs, they're personal to you, and then every fan probably brings new life to the music and new perspectives. So you're really getting to share that in a different way.
It's exciting, and what I've noticed, a lot of the VIPs are like older. They're not like, I'm 29, so I'd assume like our average listener might be in their like 20s, but a lot of the people attending the VIPs are like 40, 50, and, you know, sometimes older. And it's just cool to see like how the like what type of people the music is reaching. So
yeah, I mean,
awesome.
hey, rock fans of all ages, that is for certain. And so I was obviously doing my perusing online before this interview, and I know very appropriately you mentioned that Slipknot and Linkin Park are two of your biggest influences and favorite bands, which is so evident on Part of Me, which is really cool. So I mean, obviously those are influences that are timeless, that probably never go away. But what in particular have you been listening to now, you know, maybe through this tour? I know you've been working on new music that may influence you in the future.
I've been listening to a lot of this artist called Jamie XX. He's like more of an indie artist. Dermot Kennedy. I've listened to a lot of lo-fi beats and stuff while on the tour, but lately the new Sleep Token record is fantastic. I've been really into Knock Loose lately.
Who hasn't, though?
Yeah, I know, right? I saw them at So What, and it just was the most like hypnotizing live show. It was chaos.
Yeah.
But it was like controlled chaos, and so I've been listening to that. The new Papa Roach record is fantastic. It's hard to say like what the new music will take shape as, because there's so much new influence out there now. So
yeah. Well, I think it's cool because I feel like anytime I peruse on Facebook or I see any metal-related news, there's always a comment from Afterlife like underneath it. So you all are very hands-on in the scene.
I am super into the marketing side of things, and I've learned early on that in 2022 there's more to being a band than just playing shows. Especially with the pandemic, you know, you couldn't go out there and tour, you couldn't meet these people, so you have to like find other resources to use, and the internet was my biggest resource.
Yeah, so it's like not only are you listening to all the music, but you are like right there in it with everybody on social media. You're a part of it for sure.
And it's just like, I think just awareness and visibility is important as anything now. Like, you could have the best songs and you could have the best live show and this and that, but if no one's seeing it, like, does that really matter?
Yeah.
So I think visibility is great.
And no doubt you are visible. I mean, especially with the blonde hair, we can't miss you.
Like, I'm looking at myself in the camera right now and I look bald.
No!
You know, like, comparison to the color, so.
No, it's awesome. It's iconic. You cannot change your hair. You realize that, right?
I've had blonde hair now for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And I don't remember why I even did it in the first place, but it's stuck, and maybe I'll go dark next time, who knows?
You're pointing at me like you're about to get my hair cut or something.
I'm going with the eyeshadow too.
I mean, why not commit to the bit?
I'm down with it.
And so on this tour right now as well, you're still giving Part of Me as much love as it deserves. That is the current release as well. But I know that you're also starting to think about new music on the horizon, a little ways away. But how do you think you're wanting to, build upon what you've started with Part of Me? Because that has been some of your most successful music to date.
I think I want to take, and kind of what I've done with every record, is take the parts that I feel that we perfected and try to make them better. And then take the parts that we feel that we might have missed the mark on and bring them to where we need to be. But also what I've learned with writing and recording Part of Me is that we took a lot of chances with that record, in terms of things that we weren't totally comfortable with doing, first time doing a lot of stuff. So I think we just want to push that to the next level on this one, where it's making ourselves uncomfortable during the writing process to kind of produce music that we wouldn't normally have done.
Yeah. What do you think is like an element or something that you would do in the creative process that would make you uncomfortable, that would be like, ooh, this is a risk?
So Part of Me was the most personal I've been on a lot of the songs, but I feel like I have so much more to say and so much more to kind of unpack in terms of like my writing that's like emotional and whatnot. So I kind of want to dig deeper within myself and kind of like bring those things that I'm still hiding out to the public.
Yeah, I'm sure that's very vulnerable, but at the end of the day, like, the fans resonate with that kind of stuff the most.
It's cool too, because like I'll write it, like I have songs in the record that are very specific, like Miles Away for one. It's about like a breakup, but people will come to me and tell me that the song means an entirely different thing to them. So it's really cool how the songs are perceived, and that even though there's a direct message, that it means something else to someone. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah. So obviously we've touched a little bit on new music, sort of in the back of your mind, but what else is in the near future up and coming for Afterlife? Because this tour with Cane Hill is almost over now.
Yeah, we have 4 shows left, and I'm really excited about those. They're all Florida shows. We're from Florida, so it's always an absolute blast. We have Blue Ridge Rock Festival in September. We have another festival that we are going to announce, I think, within the week, for our people of Florida. So when you see this, it'll already be announced.
Cool.
We have some awesome plans for the beginning of 2023, and then fall touring. So expect to see us on the road.
Staying busy. It's what I like to hear. Well, thank you so much for your time. Great to chat with you. Finally, I've known you for so many years. Finally sitting down for an interview.
First interview ever, and I'm stoked. Like, I'm excited. So thank
Well,
you.
I'm so glad. And everybody watching, if you haven't listened to Afterlife, first of all, where have you been? Go listen to Part of Me Now, and make sure you check them out. And we'll catch you later here on Knotfest. Bye.
We don't really give a fuck.